Hey, my name is Mello, and I'm going to talk about how I realized that everything I need, I already have. And I actually figured that out being here in Japan. I made this YouTube channel back in 2015 when I was a freshman in high school. And I'm like, okay, I want to do the vlogs. I want to do this. I want to do something interesting. But I was born and raised in Saginaw, Michigan. And the excuse that I would give myself is there's not really much to do here. And I'm also in school, which that was true. School was a lot for me. Whenever there was like some sort of event or some sort of thing, I would go and film it. So if I were to go to Michigan State or Soaring Eagle Water Park or any of those videos that I still continue to keep on my page, it was always me doing something. I never really made much videos, and then I went off to Lansing and COVID hit and I didn't make any videos at all. Then I went to Central Michigan and made a bunch of videos for different departments. The thing that I came to realize is now that I have graduated, I'm thinking, okay, I graduated. I have a lot of time to go vlogging. And then I always wanted to go to Japan. So perfect. I can kill two birds with one stone. I can go off to Japan and I can showcase everything. And I get here and I do one vlog that I posted maybe 3 weeks ago. And then I did another vlog. I'm sitting in my Japanese room and I'm like, I really got to start making videos. Like, I need to be vlogging things. And I thought about it. I said, I want to do all the interesting stuff though. And then I'm sitting back like, but I'm on a budget. I don't really have money to go here and go there and travel all across Japan and showcase it. I'm thinking, wow, so I got to get some more money, or I got to wait for the cryptos or the stocks to hit in order for me to showcase Japan. But I sat here and I thought about it. If I had all the money in the world, would that change anything? It will change financial problems for sure. But I really sat back and thought, what are financial issues and what are life issues? Those issues that can't be solved by money. You got things like happiness, love, fulfillment, purpose, those things. Money can't buy those things. We see that a lot of those people who have all the money in the world, worldly, tend to not be satisfied, while those people in remote areas don't even know what money is, or people who do know what money is but don't have much of it, tend to be some of the happiest people. Why is that? They found fulfillment within other things, whether it was people within themselves through their experience. And I really sat here and I thought I could have been vlogging all 10 years, just anything, just me sitting here talking about any concept, whether I'm wrong about the opinion, whether my opinion changed on it the next day or years from now, like just sitting here and just talking, even if I'm talking about some stuff that I don't even have confidence in, or I'm speaking for 10 minutes and 1 minute of that video is just something that was just a key. Like, it was just such a gem that stuck with people. I thought about it like, people were making YouTube videos during COVID. I'm pretty sure people were in their house chilling, just making videos about what they were doing or what they want to achieve. I could have been doing that too. I didn't have to necessarily be somewhere extravagant or somewhere wild. That external, relying on the external, is limited. I won't say that I regret not filming any of those times, because I mean, things happen. The pathway that I took is the pathway that I took. I'm not saying that I only went to Japan for content or videos. I went because I genuinely always wanted to go here, and I do appreciate my time here. It's just, I don't want to do travel vlogs. That's not who I am. Like, I'm not about to, oh, I'm about to go to every single country, and that's not what I want to do. Because at some point, let's say I go to every single country, then what? That's what I mean. It's limited. That's external stuff that you're depending on. You have to depend on the internal. A lot of times we follow this thing where, especially people who want to create things, the niche, the niche, the niche. Fuck a niche, bro. If that means not receiving certain success because you're not niching into one thing, so be it. I think us as humans, we like different things. There's people who, damn, that baby crying. Damn, he fell off his bike. That's sad. It's kind of like Kanye. Kanye said some stuff. It was real funny. He was talking about wanting to go into fashion and how people tried to limit him and say, you can't be a fashion designer. You're a rapper. He was like, Lady Gaga worked with Kodak. What does she know about cameras? But who knows? Maybe Lady Gaga really do know a lot about cameras. But when you think of Lady Gaga, you think about a pop star. That label that we put on people because of what they've consistently done. That doesn't mean that they haven't done other things. I'm going to use YouTube as my creative canvas. I don't have to create some whole nother channel. If someone's going to listen to me, they're just going to listen to me. I can do a vlog one day, do a podcast another day. I could do a how-to video another day. I can make a damn music video and post it on here. I don't have to niche anything. I don't have to put myself in a box. And I think that's the thing that always limited me throughout all these years. The reason why I was never consistent with making videos or made all these excuses is because I relied on the external. And a lot of times the external would tell me that you have to have a niche. You have to go somewhere extravagant. You have to talk about this. You have to do it this way in this format. No. Steve Jobs, he talked about how the world was created by people no smarter than me and you, which means that you can change it and you can mold it how you want it to be. So I could sit here and watch 1,000 videos about how to be successful on YouTube, or I can make 1,000 videos myself and find that same success. And throughout those 1,000 different videos, I can potentially help people, inspire myself. Maybe I do start making the same formats of videos. And then people are like, yeah, that's his niche. But then that doesn't mean that I can't one day do something else. For example, I am someone's son, but one day I'll be someone's husband. One day I'll be someone's father. I'm someone's friend. I'm someone's enemy. I'm not just one label. We get so comfortable with these labels. I talked about this actually in my podcast through the school, intersectionality. I am my own unique person with my own unique pathway. I don't necessarily have to conform to someone who's 24 years old, or someone who's black, or someone who's a male, or someone who's my height. I don't necessarily have to conform to any of that. I'm a mixture of all of that, which makes my own unique path. The title of this video: the answers are within. How did I figure this out? One simple answer is gratitude. Waking up every day and going, wow, I can see, I can hear, I can think straight, I can walk, I'm able-bodied. We take those things for granted all the time. And it's not until you get real sick where the only thing you ever wish you were was healed. Something as far as health we take for granted until it's gone. So that's one thing I realized, is that's something that can't be taken away from me. That is an internal thing, is my health. So being grateful about those things. There are some external things you can be grateful for. I got a roof over my head. I might not have much food in the house, but I got something to eat today. Some people don't have a roof over their head, but they do have other blessings. That doesn't make them less blessed than you, because their blessings may come in a different shape or form. I don't necessarily think you can categorize blessings or who's more blessed than who. Truth be told, you can't define those things. You can't define smartness. You can't define beauty. You can't define who's more blessed than who. It's what you within yourself determines. It's your perspective on the world and in life. I have my phone on my gimbal on top of a tree that's been cut down, and the way I'm monitoring my screen is with my Apple Watch. That's my setup right now, and I don't care. This is the setup that's working for me. We have to be grateful for the things that we've been blessed with, that we've been given, that we take for granted, because not only because other people don't have it, but maybe one day you may not have it and you'll finally appreciate it once it's gone, which is sad, but that's just sometimes how that happens. I would even say on your worst days, be grateful, because there's at least something good that happened that day. You wake up one day and you go, I'm gonna have a good day. You go that whole day and you like, man, that was a good day. Let's switch it up a little bit. You wake up that same exact day, same stuff happened, but you go, man, this might be a bad day today. It's the same exact day, but you viewed it in a whole completely different perspective. Maybe 50 bad things happened that day and 50 good things happened that day, but because you told yourself that you were going to have a good day, you only focused on the good that day. If you wake up that same day and you focus on the bad, you may only focus on the bad that day, and it's the exact same day. 50 bad things happen and 50 good things happen that day. So perspective is always key when it comes down to being grateful or looking for answers. being grateful for the little things, the big things, the things you probably don't even understand at that moment. We all know Spider-Man. He one of the best superheroes ever. And every time you watch a Spider-Man movie, he goes through things, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And we see that. And we see him overcome his adversity, and he makes it out on the top. And it usually ends in a really good movie. Spider-Man is the best analogy I can think about. That man Spider-Man, he be going through shit in the movies, man. But it's so real though. That's how I want this journey to be for me. I want to show the good, the bad, the ugly. If I go on a date with somebody and it doesn't work out, I want to talk about it. If I'm somewhere in another country and I feel lost or scared or worried about my future, I want to talk about it. I don't want to just show a glamorized version of myself, and I'm not going to. I want to document this journey not only for myself, but for whoever else needs it. If I'm only showing the good, how can someone even relate to me? They'll look at my videos or my Instagram or whatever and be like, man, this guy has the perfect life. No, the fuck I don't have the perfect life. And now I don't need to show everything. Obviously, there's things that you do keep personal and private to yourself, but I want this to be like a long movie. People say life is a game. You know how many games I've played on hard mode and I was so mad that I couldn't beat that one part, but when I beat the one part, I was so happy because I sat here for like 2 hours trying to get past that one part, and I finally got past that one part of the game, and it made me appreciate it. If I play the same video game on easy, I'm not going to appreciate the game as much. We as human beings don't necessarily have the answers to everything, and that's what makes being a human beautiful. If we had the answers to everything, it would be no point. I think another thing that puts us in a box is being told all our lives that we should be afraid of the unknown or we should avoid the unknown. And I think that's complete bullshit, because when you go to a movie like Spider-Man, you don't know what's going to happen. When you play a video game, you don't know the outcome. When you read a book, you don't know the outcome. Those are all things that are unknown. You have to watch the movie to know what happens. You have to play the game to know what happens. You have to read the book to know what happens. We like the unknown. It's a novelty, but we've been taught that the unknown is scary, or we have to live this life where we need these guides or these rule books or anything like that. Otherwise, we're not living our life correctly. But truth be told, the life that we live is unknown. I don't know how my life is going to be tomorrow. I don't know how my life is going to be next month or next year or 2 literal seconds from now. A fucking dog could come and walk up to me and like give me $100. I had to learn how to trust in myself and also trust in a higher power. You can call it the universe, you can call it God, whatever you want to call it. But when I put my trust in those two things, myself and the higher power, I'm usually okay. I'm not usually okay. I'm pretty much okay. But point is, I know that the unknown is one of the most beautifulest things for me, because it's just like putting in a movie you never seen, or playing a game you never played, or reading a book you never read. Another thing is like, who are you? There's 2 movies that I really love. One is Friday with Ice Cube. Craig, who is Ice Cube, goes to his home to go grab his gun to walk Smokey home, Chris Tucker. And Craig's dad walks in and goes, "What's that for?" You know, he had his gun. And he was like, "For protection, I gotta walk Smokey home." He's talking to his father. At some point, Craig goes, "I'm a man without it, without the gun." Towards the end of the movie, he gets into the fight with the neighborhood bully, and he imagines himself pulling out the gun and shooting him. And he put it down, and he ended up using his fist to beat up the neighborhood bully. And it really made me think, like, damn, he said it earlier in the movie that without this, I still am a man. He had to find the power within himself to beat the neighborhood bully without using external force. I know Friday is a really funny movie, but that was big lesson that I learned in that movie is, wow, Craig really had to realize, I can use this gun to shoot the neighborhood bully, or I can use what I have to defeat him. And he used what he had to defeat him. And that always stuck with me in that movie. And I know it's so many people who watch that movie who probably don't even think about that. The second is Spider-Man. Spider-Man Homecoming. Iron Man takes Spider-Man's suit, and Spider-Man goes, "I'm nothing without this suit." And Iron Man goes, "Well, if you're nothing without the suit, you don't deserve the suit." And guess what? Peter Parker had to prove to himself that he is Spider-Man without the suit. During that whole rest of the movie, he didn't have the suit. But guess what? He was still Spider-Man. He found something within himself that made him Spider-Man. So overall, I'm going to end this video But for anyone who may have gotten lost in the video, the whole point is the answers are within you. And all this external stuff is finite, it's limited, it can only go so far. And I'm not the one to give you that answer. You have to figure it out yourself. It's not up to me. It's not up to Craig on Friday. And it's not up to Peter Parker on Spider-Man. Like, we all have our different journeys of finding that power within ourselves, or finding that joy or gratefulness within ourselves. That being said, I'm going to continue to experiment with this page and figure out what works, what doesn't work. I'm going to literally use this as my creative canvas. I feel like as a creative person, we should not limit ourselves. We should go wild and try new things and just figure out what works. Throw 100 darts at a dartboard and one of them will hit a bullseye. I'm gonna just press record, and if I don't like something, I'm gonna cut it, I'm gonna edit it out. But I don't need to go to these extravagant places just to film. I can film at a park. I need to use going to these extravagant places for just my own experience. And if I want to showcase it, I will. And if I don't, then I won't. There will be more videos to come, a lot more videos to come, now that I have publicly and internally broke free from this limitation that I've placed on myself for many years. See you later, YouTube. Have a good night, have a good day, have a good evening.